we need to like I was saying that the other day, that we need to actually be part of like awarding or renaming ourselves. I would say that because as much as we say that we don't want to name ourselves, but the conditional albinism is still there. So it needs to be when you don't know, let's say a person, or rather you are writing an academic book and you are referring to a person with albinism in isiZulu or in Setswana or in everything, you need to have a word that is actually can be written. So what I would say is that it needs to involve people with albinism, where we can actually take back the power by renaming ourselves, because in that way it will not just be a practice where it's just a name, but it will be a way of reclaiming our existence. But for now, I go and speak wherever I'm invited, and actually where I share the whether I say knowledge of albinism, and actually how we can actually be more powerful and proactive in terms of that. And also the government needs to be more proactive, because with the killings that are actually in some parts of South Africa, we need to actually make sure that we conscientize people so that it does not spread to other countries, other provinces, where I believe it's key that in all the countries we shouldn't wait until the killings are too bad that we cannot do anything. Yeah, that's right.
I think just to extend on that, every country in the African continent needs to be proactive in acknowledging, protecting the rights of people with albinism.
That's correct.
And you've got anything else to add, Bumi?
Yeah, I agree with him, Paul, that in fact, when I walked in here, I was saying there's no need for any word to be attached to your condition, because you're human beings. But as we spoke, and he was discussing why he says that, I agree, it's fine, but they should be the ones who decide what name they want. You know, you can never, don't impose a name to me.
Yeah.
But also, for me, I wouldn't want a word, a name. I wouldn't. I would, because there's so many conditions that we have in this world that are not necessarily picked and described or whatever. You go there, you meet somebody, you love them, you do whatever, and you see the condition, and then, when it's time for treating them differently because of the condition, not because of dehumanizing them, then you know that, playing outside, but this one can't play outside for more than 2 hours. Then you bring them back inside, you treat them in that way, in a dignified way. But I don't see the reason why they should have a specific name.
Yeah.
But if you guys feel like...
I think it also in academics, if for an example, I understand when you say, when we are like here, there's no need for name. But now, if you are writing an article, or somebody's writing an article about people with albinism, and he's writing it in Sizulu, he or she cannot obviously say person with albinism, or say Inkau or Shao, because we don't want that. So there needs to be another
Yes,
name.
because we exist in a society that really do need to classify, because we use languages, we've got languages where we say, okay, this one is a man, this one is a woman, and all of these things are problematic. But then just like our history has made us understand that you can't refer to black people with this derogatory term, and you don't use it anymore, otherwise someone can just file a case against you. The same should apply to people with albinism.